Remember, the qira'at were revealed according to 7 modes, specifically 7. Alright, to summarize, the 10 qira'at are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They were taught by the Prophet, peace be upon him. These couldn't have been mistakes because 1, we know for a fact that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam recited in multiple modes. There's no doubt about that. 2, this is Al-Fatiha. You cannot mess up Al-Fatiha. You heard Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam recite it multiple times a day, twice at Fajr, twice at Maghrib, twice at Isha, at least. Number 3 is that you cannot mess up Malik and Malik, and these were recited, mass transmitted by the Muslim communities. Both of these words, both are attributed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And fourthly, the dialects. The Quran was only revealed in 7 modes. As we all know, the Quran has been preserved word for word, tashkil for tashkil.
It's very clear to you and to every single very advanced student and specialist that the standard narrative has holes.
No, it doesn't.
Those are the 7 that all the Muslims talk about. Those are the 7 supposedly that existed at the time of Muhammad. But look at their dates. Muhammad was over on the left. He died in 632, so there's no way they could be living at the time of Muhammad. So this must be another 7, not the original 7. Okay, that's good. Let's keep to that. There are ones that are circled in red. There are 3 there. Khalaf is off to the right. Those are the other 3 that were added to the 7 to make the 10. And you can see on the right side, those 10 then are the ones we are going to move into. Now let's look at this. I just want to unpack one of them, because what kind of generations did it get to one of those readers? Look at Asim, generation 3. Asim down there, he died in 774, so he died in the late 8th century. How did he get his material? According to tradition, Muhammad died in 632. He got it via Ubay ibn Ka'b and Uthman and Zayd ibn Thabit and Ali. So he got it through those who came through Abu Abdul Rahman al-Sulami, came then to Asim got him. Here's the problem. Generation 1 and Generation 2, we don't have anything from them. Nothing. Nothing exists from Generation 1, even Generation 0. We have nothing from Muhammad. We have nothing from Generation 1 or Generation 2. We only begin with Generation 3. So that's the first of the Qurans that we get. And Asim's is one of the later ones. He died in 774. So remember that as I'm going through this. Remember the dates, because the dates are going to show you why this is significant. Now let's go look at this one. Here is Nafi. Nafi from Medina. Nafi died in 785, so he died at the late 8th century. He is Generation 4. So there was another generation in between him and Muhammad from what we saw earlier. Now, Muhammad died in 632. We have Ubay ibn Ka'b, and he is from Syria, so his comes from Syria. It does not come from Mecca or Medina. He goes through those other names for second generation, and then he goes through another generation, a third generation, before it gets to Nafi. So Nafi finally writes it down in the late 8th century. But what happened to generation 0, 1, 2, or 3? We don't have anything. It's all hearsay. It's nothing more than oral tradition. Can you see the dilemma for anybody trying to stipulate that Nafi is one of the readers that gets it directly from Muhammad? There are 3 generations that are between Nafi and Muhammad, none of which exist today. They don't have any, what I mean is none of their writings exist today. There is nothing to support either Generation 1, Generation 2, or Generation 3. We only begin with Generation 4, and then of course the transmitters are Generation 5, which come after, and that's